and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mario Reyes. Woo!
Apple Valley, how we doing tonight? Let's fucking hear it one more time. We got better days. All the better days are gonna be ahead of us, right? Yeah. No, we got Trump in office. I don't know how many better days are really ahead of us. Where are the Trump supporters? I need to separate the crowd. We have Trump supporters? Yeah. No, I guess not. All right. I won't. All right, I'll leave the politics out of this shit. She said, my name is Mario Reyes. My name is Mario. That guy you hear in the news, Luigi Mangione? Woo! That is not my brother. All right? Yeah, no. All my life I've been asked, hey Mario, where's Luigi? Where's Luigi? I've never had an answer until now, and that answer is, he's in federal prison for being a fucking hero. Right? A lot of people thought that was a conspiracy theory, and in my act, I'm going to bring up a few conspiracy theories. That is one of them. Before I get started, guys, better days. Who's drinking? Let's raise them up. We got a fucking awesome bar. They're making them strong tonight, so if you're drinking, let's fucking drink up, right? Woo! All right, so how many, do we believe in conspiracy theories? Yes. All right, let me bring one up, right? Besides Luigi Mangione, who's a fucking hero. Okay, I'm from a city called Corona. But before I get into that, I actually grew up here in the high desert. I'm not bragging, I grew up in Phelan. And yeah, when CJ booked me, I asked CJ, I said, well, what's the payment for coming up to Apple Valley? And she said, listen, I got two choices. I can pay you in meth, or I can pay you on the best prostitute on 7th Street. And guys, I'm smart, man. I'm going to take the prostitute on 7th because the prostitutes in Victorville are going to show up with the meth. But let me give you guys advice. Anything, you guys get the hookers in Victorville, if you turn your back to her, you got to make sure she keeps clapping, okay? Because if that clapping stops, she's fucking stealing something. I learned from experience. Maybe. Yeah, I said I grew up in Corona. Actually, I grew up in Phelan. I now live in Corona. That's the city, not the fucking virus, so please don't run from me. For the last 5 years, I told people, I go all over the country. I was in Oklahoma recently doing comedy. I was in Las Vegas. Last week, I did a show in Riverside. Not bragging. They also try to pay me in meth and prostitutes. It's Riverside. But it is funny because I tell people I'm from Corona. And for the last 5 years, they run from me. It's like I'm saying I'm from Wuhan. It's like, guys, I never got the coronavirus. But I did get the COVID-19. And if you all don't know what the difference is, let me teach you, baby birds. The COVID-19, that's the 19 pounds that my fat ass got sitting in quarantine that whole time. As you can see, I got that bitch about 4 or 5 fucking times. I was anorexic going into 2020. I had just lost 200 pounds. Really, true story. I just lost 200 pounds. I'm getting a divorce. Really. I'll get into that bitch later. We will. That's the reason the red hat. So stick around. It's going to be funny. So, but I'll tell you guys this. I have given up on all the dating apps. And I am a single man, sort of. But, because I met somebody recently. But this is an old joke, so I will say I am single. And one thing I've learned in all the dating apps, guys, this is for the ladies. I've learned to never send a dick pic to any woman. Women out there, have you all received unwanted dick pics? Right? I've learned through my time to never send a woman a dick pic because they're ew, right? Yeah. No woman wants to receive a dick pic. They're just, the dick doesn't look right. But what I've learned is I'm going to start sending you full-length dick videos. I'm going to send a full-length video of my dick. Yeah, it's going to be a hard watch. It's a short documentary. It's in 4K, though. You guys like it. But no, I've given up on all the dating apps. And one of the reasons why it's because I've heard of a girl named Gypsy Rose. Do you guys know Gypsy Rose? She was that retard bitch that went to jail a few years ago for killing her mom. She did her time. She's not retarded. Well, she's kind of retarded. I saw her on social media. Her titties ain't retarded, though. Don't fucking judge me, all right? It's 2025. Don't kink shame me. But she got lucky when she was in prison. She got hooked up with the real-life Peter Griffin lookalike. Right? That dude looked like the real-life Peter Griffin. I was like, well, fuck, dude. If Peter Griffin can get lucky, I'm going to get lucky. So I start writing all the female prisoners. And I found out that Selena's Killer's getting out later this month. So I wrote to Yolanda. Dear Yolanda, I thought Selena was annoying too. Let's talk. She hasn't fucking written me back. And I figured out it's because I don't speak Spanish. I'm like the whitest Puerto Rican you'll ever meet. I like poquito español. Like this guy's looking at me like, that's not even how you fucking say it. I'm like, what? Because I don't know Spanish. I grew up in fucking feeling. Okay? I really did. I have no culture. No culture. You think, now I live in the IE, you think I have a Reyes truck. I don't have a Reyes truck. I'm vertically challenged. Horizontally gifted. Remember that. No, seriously. But I grew up in this neighborhood here in Phelan where you would get your fucking ass kicked in Phelan if you ever refer to the black man as the N-word. And you guys grew up in my neighborhood, so you would know. We could never refer to the black man as a neighbor. That's Phelan. What do you expect? That was for you guys. We don't have any black people. I saw one black person in the audience. I was like, man, that joke was for her and she left. I'm like, damn it. Alright. The last time I was up here, Matt, you're in the back. The last time I did a show up here in the high desert, the place looked like a KKK rally. The rustic taverns. I gotta say, Better Days is a lot fucking nicer and cleaner. Oh. I'm gonna say, ow. I'm not gonna get any more racist. I don't want to get too racist about that one. But do we have any Lizzo fans in the audience? No Lizzo fans? Good, so I'm gonna about fucking roast Lizzo. I'm pissed at Lizzo because I gotta drop this next part of my accolade because Lizzo's losing all this weight. And it's fucking pissing me off. Okay? So I don't hate her music. I actually think Lizzo's a great musician. Like, you know, she's a great flutist and all that. I just don't want to see her in the fucking tight outfit she did that one time. But my problem with Lizzo is that she's a horrible actress. Have you guys seen that movie she did a few years ago? It's called Precious. Right? Yeah. My friends told me no, Lizzo wasn't precious. I was like, what are you talking about? Lizzo's very precious. Then I found out now she was actually the linebacker in Blindside. She was also the whale in Free Willy. Fuck you, Lizzo. Stop losing weight. You're ruining my joke. Alright, I got a couple more. How much more?
You're good.
Alright, cool. Do we have any Michael Jackson fans in the audience?
What?
Oh, come on. Michael Jackson, right? Come on! Better Days. Dude, Michael Jackson's a fucking icon. Right? There's no children in here, so we all know they're safe. But does anybody remember Farrah Fawcett? Farrah Fawcett? A lot of people don't realize Farrah Fawcett is responsible for Michael Jackson's death. Right? A lot of people don't realize that. Let me explain this one, okay? It's another conspiracy theory. It's going around on the internet. You guys can look this up. It's hashtag Farrah killed Michael. And look this up tonight when you guys get home. Hashtag Farrah killed Michael. And what happened is on the morning of Michael Jackson's death, Farrah Fawcett actually died first. She died around 9 o'clock in the morning. And when she got to heaven, Jesus said to Farrah, Farrah, you were such a good earthly soul. I'm going to grant you one earthly wish. And Farrah thought about it. She said, Jesus, I just want all the children of the earth to be safe. I don't want any more child predators. 2 hours later, Michael Jackson was dead, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the conspiracy theory that I made up. It's called hashtag Farrah killed Michael. We're going to push it tonight. All right, it's a true conspiracy theory. When she brought me up, she mentioned I just recently did a podcast with two legends, two fucking killers. Howie Mandel, peace out, Matt. I did a podcast recently with Howie Mandel and Harlan Williams. Anybody know who these guys are? Two killers in comedy. They have a podcast out. It's called When a Stranger Calls. The idea of this podcast is these two comics, they take calls from other comics, actors, comedians, whatever, and we call strangers. So we're taking the Valentine's Day episode, and I do this story where I tell people, yes, I was married for 15 years. Obviously, I said I lost 200 pounds when I kicked the bitch out. True story, I got home one day and I realized I didn't want the condo, the dog, the cars, the guy that was sleeping in my bed with her. Didn't want any of it. She can keep it. But, so a couple years later, we're 5 years now, and I can joke about a lot of this. So I do a joke where I tell people the last gift I ever gave my ex-wife was a pair of hiking sticks. It was because she was into hiking. And when I handed them to her, she said, well, why are you giving me hiking sticks? I said, well, it's because I want you to take a hike, bitch. True story. So Howie and Harlan know this joke because through the comedy circuit. So they kind of set me up on this podcast to, let's call your ex. And I hesitated at first because I didn't know where it was going to go. But I do see gold, so let's go for digging for a gold mine, right? So we call my ex up. Now, we've all been married, right? Do you have any married couples in the audience? And divorced. So we all share bedroom secrets, right? We all share some bedroom secrets, right? You and your husband. You and your husband, you and your spouses, right? So my ex thought she could embarrass me on a podcast. She brought up the time where I asked her to peg me once. Maybe twice. Maybe for the last 15 years. But yeah, so she thought she could embarrass me by asking her to peg me once. Do we all know what pegging is? I'm sure you do. Pegging is the option of, I'll explain it to you. Pegging is where the woman wears a strap on and she fucks the guy with a strap on. Okay. I'm thinking CJ knows what I'm talking about. So, my ex tells the story that she thought I would be embarrassed by it. Guys, I'm not embarrassed by shit. I used to tell a joke. I didn't do the joke tonight, but I told a joke where I met a girl on Tinder and she pooped on me. Okay? True story. Meeting a girl on Tinder, fucking her doggy style. I noticed a little thing on my stomach. I wiped it. It was poop. I know what to do. I had her doggy style, so naturally I grabbed her hair and wiped it off. Okay? I'm not embarrassed on stage, guys. I'm really not. So, obviously, my ex-wife talked about me wanting to get pegged. I'm not embarrassed. So what I did is, I made hats, guys. Make pegging great again. These are now available on my website for $30 each. Alright, we can size to order, but yeah, make pegging great again. CJ, what are you doing later tonight? I got my own. I'm also going to get a whole line of line of strap-ons. I'm going to sell hats and strap-ons at my shows. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, one last joke. Actually, I'm going to put the hat on. Alright, let's make pegging. He's looking at me like, dude, I never thought about that. By the way, I never got it done. My ex fucking left me. I never got it done. So, again, CJ, what are you doing tonight? Not embarrassed. Alright, my last joke, ladies and gentlemen. Besides comedy, for the last almost 30 years now, I've been running with a lot of bands. I have my own video production company. It was called Public Chaos Productions. I recently changed it back to Mario Reyes Videography and Photography because I realized nobody wants to hire Public Chaos to do weddings and shit like that. I grew up. I'm mature. But for the last 30 years, I've worked with bands like Cypress Hill, Sublime. I just did a video with Sublime recently here in the high desert. Worked with bands called the Cottonmouth Kings. Everybody heard Cottonmouth Kings? Snoop Dogg's. The list goes on, guys. The groups I've worked with the last 30 years, touring and doing video work. But one group I work with, and it's called DGAF, D-G-A-F. Does anybody know what DGAF stands for?
Don't give a fuck.
You are all wrong, guys. There's ladies in the audience. Let's watch our fucking mouth. It's actually a Christian soccer organization. It's called Do We God a Favor? How do you like that now, fucker? No, actually it is Don't Give a Fuck. But, hey, guys, sometimes we do have to give a fuck, alright? It's not always don't give a fuck. Sometimes we do give a fuck. I got it so serious, I got it tattooed right here on my arm. Really do. It has anarchy sign in it, so it's a ditch government, anarchy forever. If you don't realize. But for you girls in the audience, don't let them men lie to you. So ditch guys after fucking. But we are equal opportunity, so ditch girls after fucking too. Alright? But there's a whole host of things. It means damn good at fishing, damn good at fatherhood, damn good at fucking. But one thing, ladies and gentlemen, if we're in the bar tonight and we're drinking and driving, the two things it means the most, D-G-A-F, it means don't get another felony. And especially if you're drinking and driving, don't go away forever. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. My name is Mario Reyes. You can find me on Sirius, the Raw Dog channel, Howie Mandel's podcast, When a Stranger Calls. Find that on YouTube. It's airing right now. Or you can find me anywhere touring around the IE Improv on March 11th. I've come up here anytime. I love the high desert. I just met a really beautiful, lovely girl right here in the corner named Sabrina. So that's why I'm not kind of single. So I'm going to be in the high desert a lot more. I grew up here, so I do love it in the high desert. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. All right, guys. guys. My name's Reyes, comedian with CJ Berry, the host of Open Mic Comedy Night. Synergy. I'm with the owner of Better Days, Katie. And we have Better Days. I gotta say, Katie, you missed an opportunity with spelling days. You should have spelled with a Z. Because
We were not high before we decided on the name.
when we're drinking, we got the Better Days. Right? You got the whoopee eyes. So if you're in Apple Valley, California, you want to come out to Better Days, get the wobbly eyes going. All right, thank you guys.
No. No.